Polito Chimachukma Yakoki, Chahtah Ohoyo Tinkba Siya. Greetings to you. I am Nura Sunlight, Aboriginal Indigenous Chahtah woman. Welcome to the Minko Council Assembly to celebrate Ikhana Tinkba, which is Aboriginal Indigenous Self-Knowledge, meaning knowledge of our ancestors as well, and revitalizing our cultures in the gathering of our clans and tribes. Many of such celebrations is the 13 moons, and one upcoming is the vernal or spring equinox. The equinoxes mark the changing of Earth Mother's position and are significant to our sacred lunar and maternal new life cycles. The lunar or new moon, counting of days and months life cycle, is where the moon takes about 28 days to revolve Earth Mother and complete its journey before the next new moon. Likewise, a mother's natural ovulation cycle is about every 28 days to complete a revolution up until the time is interrupted in order to reproduce new life. However, during this time of ovulation, women are spiritually and creatively powerful to develop a replica, new male and or female organism of herself when united with the seed of the male. Likewise, with Mother Earth united with the rays of the sun of Father Sun to produce the countless diverse life forms seen in the vast vegetation that spring forth from Earth Mother due to the union, which is sacred to the Aboriginal Indigenous people. This spiritual and physical power to reproduce herself interrupts the ovulation cycle where both lunar and maternal cycle patterns are repeated once again after the respective new birth. At Minko Council, we honor our mother's monthly cycle and our monthly moon cycles with music, dance, and song. The turtle is a very, very important symbol in our culture. Aboriginal Indigenous around Earth Mother knew the wisdom of the turtle, except for the people and lands that were colonized, where the European destroyed the cultures of the ones that wanted to assimilate into the European so-called civilization, which severed the Aboriginal Indigenous peoples from the natural connection between us, the sun, moon, and the stars, which are some of our celestial guides on this physical realm. Aboriginal Indigenous people as a gathering of Ikana Tinkba. We celebrate the 13 moons on the turtle's back and followed a 13 moon calendar to celebrate our rebirth and renewal of our true selves, which is our natural connection and process of life. There are naturally 13 moons that make up the cycle of our year in Aboriginal thought. Our ancestors named the particular moon to correspond with the seasonal influence within our given location. Today, you will notice insignificant and watered down and negative depictions in renaming of the moons due to foreign European influences of so-called civilization, such as famine, which is not a natural occurrence of the 13 moon cycle. This is the Aboriginal Indigenous New Year. To revive how our ancestors did it, on the start of the new moon on the next lunar cycle, place a stone on the first large scoop or scale of the turtle's back. Place another smaller stone on the smaller scoop that goes around the outer edge of the turtle's shell. Each day, add another to the next plate or scoop on the outer edge of the turtle shell until you have completed full 28 cycle days. To start the next cycle, add another large scoop to the second large scale. Clear off the smaller scoops and start again with the smaller stone on the first of the smaller scales. Then add a smaller stone each day up to the 28-day full cycle. Repeat this process after each full cycle and pay attention to the seasons and activities happening in nature with the animals, plants, sky, and water. You will see our Aboriginal Indigenous calendar come to life just like our ancestors did when giving each moon a name and a story that corresponded to the changes in nature, the seasons, and activities they were involved in each particular month by using nature as their guide, and as we will use nature as our guide once again. Naturally, the spring equinox is a time of father-son crossing the realm of the equator, making day and night of equal length, meaning balance. Our Aboriginal Indigenous people across the Atlantic Ocean refer to this as Mayat. Let us revive the balance of nature in our lives and in the lives of our clans and tribes, starting with decolonization, which eliminates the imbalances of foreign European governments and their practices of cruel police brutality and murder of our people. Spring equinox represents new life, light, new beginnings, seeds of life. Let's eliminate the old colonial system, which is really new. It's less than 300 years old, that brought imbalance to our shores, starting with sending the colonizers back across the seas, starting with the power of dreaming. Yes, dreaming. We can and will dream them away. And the celebration of our Aboriginal Indigenous spirituality in connection with nature in our own ways.
This is Victor Burningfire.
Alito Chimachukma, and this is Nura Sunlight.
Together we greet you.
Afvmmi, Inoma, Yukpa. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! I love you, Mother Earth.